Welcome, guys, to another episode of Live with Dell Anthony. Please hit that like, subscribe, put your comments below. As you see, your boy 10-0 and picking games and what's going on as far as why a team would win. I was a little bit off with the Giants. I thought they would show a better game, but I guess the Eagles were that team that day. One thing about when you get to the Final Four in the NFL is any given Sunday. And you don't need Al Pacino and Jamie Foxx to do that. It's any given Sunday. So let's get into it. Once again, without you guys, there's no me. The Chiefs and the Bengals AFC Championship game, I'm slightly picking the Chiefs because my son, Demetrius' favorite player is Patrick Mahomes. And the main reason I'm picking the Bengals is I'm a Raider fan. I can't pick the Chiefs, even if I wanted to. That's taboo. Even though doing this podcast, I need to be impartial. So I'm picking the Bengals because I think they have the better offense as far as the receiving core. They have a bend and don't break defense. They have a great leader in men and Zach Taylor to be so young. And I just think all around they have the Chiefs' number. The Chiefs is also, without their great receiver, speedy receiver in Tyreek Hill, and the Bengals kind of did a number on them. So I think without that, I don't think you can beat the Bengals defense with just Travis Kelce. Eli Apple's coming into his own. Bell, I mean, if you're a Giant fan, you know Eli Apple. They claim he didn't live up to his potential, but he's doing it now. The best receiving core is the Bengals, from Boyd to Higgins to Chase, and now Hurts, the tight end, is starting to be someone that they are looking at and getting the ball to. And please don't underestimate the running game. And even though this guy's career almost started bad from a college incident, Joe Mixon is that guy. He's the truth. I mean, he's like a better, I want to say a better Saquon Barkley, different styles, but Mixon is tough. And he can run the ball, he can control the offense, he can slow the game down, and then he can break away for a touchdown. He can catch out the backfield. So Kansas City do have their offense 5 years in the championship game, but the Bengals, they're tough. And remember I said before in my other video, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And the Bengals do have their number. Mahomes, if he can't change the game by scrambling or doing certain things, he has a high ankle sprain. If you played sports, you know that's nothing to mess with either. I know modern day medicine, Novocaine it, numb the area, what have you. But if he can't move out the pocket and be the magic man that he is, it's going to be tough to beat the Bengals. Also, a lot of people are not talking about this, guys. I want you to think about this. What's hurting the Chiefs' defense is they're missing a key component that everybody just let go out the way here. But Tyrann Mathieu, that safety, the honey badger from LSU, is not there. So you giving Joe Burrows a chance to use the whole field and turn around and actually make the defense of Kansas City have to play, even though Bolton as that linebacker is a beast. But I think the Bengals are hungry. I think they realize we should have won that Super Bowl. I think they realize, hey, who they? So I really think the Bengals have a chance to win. And it's a pick 'em. My youngest son, Demetrius, loves Patrick Mahomes. And I believe Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the game. But I think the Bengals might edge that one out. It's going to be a shootout. Maybe 42-38. I don't know. But it's going to be a high-scoring game because both defenses can bend and don't break. But I think the Bengals have more playmakers on offense. And I don't know. It's something that's telling me the Bengals, even though I could be wrong, I'm 10-0 in these playoffs, but I think the Bengals can edge out Kansas City. I don't think you can do it with just Kelce. Unless Juju Smith come out or Scanling have a game that's beyond what they normally do, it's hard for me to see Kelsey being the reason why the Bengals will lose, but all those other players on offense for the Bengals won't be a reason why the Bengals will win. Both defenses is a pick 'em defense. Now let's get to the NFC Championship. And wow, two great organizations, two great franchises. Even though the Niners are more of the championship pedigree of them, the Eagles has always had a decent franchise. From the Vic Vermeil days in the 80s all the way to right now in the Nick Foles Eagles with Doug Peterson. The Eagles, they are the better team all around the board. I think Jalen Hurts make them incredibly better. They're at another level. He's a running back with football quarterback qualities. And he has a security blanket in Devontae Smith. He has A.J. Brown. Great trade for A.J. Brown. They picked up Joseph on defense and Sue. Blankenship is a beast. They got shut down corners in Bradbury, another former Giant, and Slay. And I think their front four will give Purdy a little bit of problems. A rookie quarterback in a hostile environment of Philadelphia, in a cold climate probably. I don't know. I think the Eagles will edge the 49ers because of that. I think they're just the better team. It's hard. That's a pick'em game. Like, that's a game you could walk in and whoever you place your bet on, people are going to say, yeah, that can happen. Because the 49ers, the front four, Warner, I mean, the secondary is a weak link. But the front seven is unbelievable. Now, talking to my brother from another mother, Jess, he was like, yeah, the kicking game might be what decides the game. He might be right. But I think special teams will too. I think if you can control the field position off of your special teams, it's going to be a lot closer game than people think. I'm thinking like a 27-24, maybe a 23-17. It's going to be a hard-hitting game. It's going to remind you of those NFC East games with the Giants and Redskins, or the Giants and Eagles, or the Cowboys and the Eagles. It's going to be, I don't think it's going to be the scoring game people think. Now, if Purdy can stay pretty good, the 49ers can win. The only issue I have with that is a rookie quarterback in a hostile environment. It's very cold. Have to throw against a coverage of 7 people in secondary because 4 can get at you by themselves. They don't really have to send a blitzer. But Purdy went to Iowa State. My only college graduated Iowa State. Something in the water there. So I'm rooting for that in a way. But the Eagles, best team in football. I think people are going to look at when they lost to the Commanders at the end of the year and go, oh, but they were overrated. No, I think they got bored with the season. I think sometimes teams can get bored. Didn't the Chicago Bears in 1985 lose to Miami on a Monday night game where it seems like they should have been up for that game, but kind of didn't? Miami, I think, actually blew them out. Because sometimes you get bored in the season when your goal is to get to that next level. Now, the 49ers has that pedigree where they keep getting to the championship. They did it with Garoppolo. They did it with Kaepernick. They get to the Super Bowl because of their defense. But the Eagles' defense is good too, guys. 70 sacks this year. That's a lot of sacks without having to blitz. So a rookie quarterback, hostile environment, thrown against that 7-man coverage because 4 can get to your quarterback? I don't know. What I will say, it's a pick'em game. And I'm slightly picking the Eagles because I think on paper and just watching, remember I told you I'm old school, the eye test, these Eagles, they're for real on paper. And when you watch them on TV, they look really good. But the 49ers, that pedigree, from Joe Montana to Kaepernick, they've always found a way, Garoppolo, found a way to get to that Super Bowl when you least expect it. What I also think of this game that is tricky to pick is because the coaching. You got Kyle Shanahan on one end where you could say, when you talk about it, Dell, he's better than Nick Sirianni. Yeah, but Kyle Shanahan also blew a, was it 28-3 lead in a Super Bowl? Sometimes pressure busts pipes. Pressure does two things. I tell kids that I coach all the time: create diamonds or bust pipes. And Kyle Shanahan shows that when the pressure gets on, his pipes bust. So it's good to see what's going to happen this weekend. And I hope I can stay perfect. I'm picking the Bengals and the Eagles to get to the Super Bowl. Either way you pick it is going to be a great Super Bowl, I believe. But I think it will be the Bengals and the Eagles for the reasons I've explained. And may the best teams win. Now, I think this game might be a low-scoring game. I don't think anybody's going to score more than 30. Maybe 30, 27. Maybe, I don't know, 27, 21. It's not going to be the AFC game where I think it might be 42-38 or, 38-33. But I think it's going to be a hard-hitting game. And I think maybe 27-24, maybe 24-17. But other than that, it's going to be fun to watch. So, guys, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. Remember the most important thing: without you guys, there's no me. I really love doing this. It's an experiment that I really wanted to always do, and it feels good that I actually have a shot to do it. And thanks for tuning in. Have a blessed day.